The game of business mastery and the game of life mastery is the game of mastering influence. And the first person we must have absolute influence over is ourselves. Every next level of your life will demand a next level version of you. It is not the pursuit of happiness that we are after, but rather finding happiness in the pursuit. When we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. We don't have business problems, you see. We have personal problems that manifest in our business. Personal development cannot happen unless personal disruption happens first. That cave you fear to enter, it holds the treasures that you seek. I have the stories, the awards, the rewards, as well as the battle scars. My story is a story about doing the stuff that matters, refusing to stay in the status quo. Persistency is the new currency. We must practice never give up ology, because the universe rewards the unreasonably determined. Change is the only constant. We all know this, and yet we are so afraid of change. Change is so scary at first, and it's messy in the middle, but it's always so beautiful on the other side. My friends, we are far more resilient than what we give ourselves credit for. How you do crisis is how you do life. There is such power in our unity. Connection is what gives our life meaning and purpose. And so conscious leadership is not about being in charge, but about connecting with those who are in our charge. What do leaders do? They go first. What do visionaries do? They see things differently. I believe it's time to take spirituality out of the clouds and put it back into our bodies where it belongs. To know thyself is the beginning of all wisdom, because calm is contagious, and so is fear. I can only speak it if I have had direct experience of it. We can't just talk about the good stuff. We have to share some of the bad stuff that happened as well, so that we can truly appreciate where we came from. Resilience is training myself to show up fearless, stress-free, and unshakable. How much do you love? How easily do you forgive? How kind will you be? The obstacle is the way. Now, I must make myself clear, I am not a subject matter expert. I am a life expert. One of my rules for life is that I can only teach it if I myself have had direct experience of it. I can only speak it if I myself have overcome the many challenges and the many adversities in this game called business and in this game called life. I am a working CEO. I'm a working CEO who has fought deep in the trenches, both professionally and personally, for over 25 years. I have the stories, the awards, the rewards, as well as the battle scars to prove it. You see, there is a difference between simply knowing the path and actually walking the path. Learning how to walk the path was literally beaten into me at a very young age. You see, my family and I are boat people. We escaped Vietnam just after the war. I was 3 years old at the time, and my brother Louis was 2. My father built a tiny boat, and armed with only a rudimentary map and a compass to guide him, he steered our vessel out into the South China Sea. And in 1978, Australia finally accepted us. We came into this new world with nothing. Nothing. No house, no job, no money. We didn't know the laws, the language, or the systems. My father suffered terribly from post-traumatic stress disorder. It was a condition that he acquired from the war. And with the compounding pressure of having to care for a sick wife, my mother had tuberculosis, and having to care for 2 young children as well as a newborn baby, saw my father befriend bitterness, anger, and rage on a daily basis. If someone were to ask me now what it is that I remember most about my childhood, it would be the overwhelming stench of fear. Fear followed me everywhere that I went. Fear stayed with me every day. I could not get rid of the stench of fear. I know what fear smells like.